Hello and Merry Christmas. Just kidding, it's January 10th and I am barely going to be working on my December album, but I'm gonna keep my tree up to give me some inspiration. And right now this video is gonna show the items that I plan on using. I am going to go through all of my Christmas scrapbook items. I don't think it's that much, but it might be a lot. But let me show you what I'm gonna go through. I may show you I may show you me going through them in like fast forward, or I may just not, because there's a lot to go through. All of this is like 12 by 12 papers that are Christmas related, and I don't think I'm going to use much of that because I do have a specific line that I'm going to be using this year, kind of like I did for October Daily in 2024. I bought a line and I told myself I was only going to use that line. So we'll see what happens. I have a couple of iris boxes that this one has just like scrap pieces of Christmas papers. This has a bunch of different things, like those are plates. Some chipboard, which I've had forever and ever and ever. I don't even think Fancy Pants is even in business anymore. But I will go through that, and those kind of match the colors I'm going to use, so maybe we'll use those. Here are some crate boxes I got at Michael's years and years ago. These just have little pieces of paper, some stickers that I'll go through. Just odds and ends, some ephemera, a bunch of coffee cups, used coffee cups. They're clean. These are unused. They're like from My Mind's Eye, I believe. Here's some Dutch Bros, but I will be using the current year's, or 2025, the coffee cup, because I will have one of those layouts. And here's some more like note cards and just stuff that I might find that I could use. Then I have all my acrylic stamps. I'm gonna go through them. I don't know, maybe one or two will pop out that I'll use. I do know I'm gonna use the Kelly Perky that I bought recently. Here's a bunch of rubber stamps. This is one of my favorite. We'll see. I could probably use that one. And then here are roller stamps. My roller stamps are actually stored in a different box, a huge box with all of my roller stamps. But I use this file system. It shows all the things stamped. So this is like just everyday type things. These are time and date specific. Actually, I guess these have no dates at all, and these are the dated ones, and it shows what it goes through. And then I have a Halloween one. My Christmas ones were here, which I did take out because I will be using them, and it's a good, I could just say, oh, I want, special delivery or whatever I want. So I will keep these out. Here are some smaller crate boxes that I got at Target a few years ago. And again, like I won't putting these in my thing, but I want to go through and see what I can use. I love, good things. These, I know I'm going to be using a few. I do have a project in mind. These should probably be tossed because I don't remember when I got those as a gift. Ew. And then some more. These are letters. Yes, letters from Ali Edwards kits. So we'll see what I use from all of these. I don't know if I mentioned, but I probably, if I do show me going through all of these individually, it'll be on fast forward. Here is a box of numbers from all the different kits. And then this box houses just a bunch of different brands of 3x4 and 6x8 cards. So I'll go through those. Again, I don't know if I'll use much else. And then I'll go through my washi. This thing is big. This is, there's 4 of these trays. This is the only tray of Christmas that I'll go through, and then I'll go through these glittered tapes and just take out a few that will match the line. And the line I am going to be using is this that I've gone, I believe I did a haul on this haul video. It is Hard Candy Christmas by Simple Stories, and I just love the colors. But when I bought it, I told myself, you buy it, you have to use it. So this is the kit I plan on using. I wasn't quite sure what album I wanted to use. I do have a few Christmas type ones, but they were too red and I didn't feel like this needed a red album. So I did end up buying this snap with the teal, or I think it's teal or teal. Because I thought it went well with this line. I also took out the only non-Christmas thing because I believe all these colors will match this line. Then I have my Kelly Perky, and I think that was it, that the supplies I have to go through. I do plan on finishing this 2021 album. So what I did in 2021, instead of doing like a December daily, I did trees, 25 trees that I encountered that year. So I hope to finish that as well as this December 2025 kit. I originally planned on doing this album based on Christmas themed bars. You might, don't judge me. But I love a good themed bar, and a Christmas bar was just, my mind was like, we got to go all these places. So originally I was going to do 12 bars of Christmas, but then I ended up getting the Grinch meal at McDonald's, and I have to, do that. We did get our free Starbucks cup, so I have to, do that. But there's 3 tabs in these albums, so I think I could still do the 12 bars of Christmas, then miscellaneous, and then I don't know. We'll see what I come up with those 3 different tabs. But so the reason, one of the other reasons I want to expand the album to more than just the 12 bars is because my friend had given us baked goods, and it came in this box with this, thing, this acetate. And as the box was sitting there, I'm like, I don't want to get rid of this box. I love this box. This is so cute. What can I do? And then I'm looking at it. I'm like, we took pictures. I can make a shaker box. But I printed them in 5x7, and it just didn't work. So then I printed them smaller, and it still wasn't going to work really well. So now I want to I'm going to go ahead and do just a shaker in this, and I want to insert it into that. I even bought all the double-sided foam tapes, and I was going to, I bought all this paper, foam taped paper, but it went in a different direction. So I'm not mad that it's changed from only 12 bars of Christmas to my whole December. So thank you for watching. Actually, don't go away, because even if I don't show you the fast forward video of me going through all my stuff, I will have more on the end. I probably won't show a completed album until next December, because I have a feeling that it's going to take me more than this weekend to do this album. So we'll see what follows. So I ended up going through all my Christmas items, and it took me about an hour. I did fast forward this video a few times and got it down to 7 minutes. If you don't want to watch it all, you can go ahead and skip to about the 18-minute mark to skip all of this. I did realize after the first box I went through that I didn't have a reference to the collection. So I did pull the 6x8 paper pad to kind of see the colors that I was trying to match and use. So that's you see the paper pad where I'm kind of looking through. These little crate boxes had a lot of ephemera, and I did go through every little piece. I probably didn't need to, but it was a good thing to do. I am planning on, so this box right here, real fast, is just numbers, and I decided I didn't need those. But I did get rid of a few items, and I'm glad I did that. But for the most part, I kept a lot of stuff. And one day I will use them. I have plenty of Christmases that I still need to scrapbook, so I will hopefully use them. If not, get rid of stuff as I do other projects. I used to keep all of this out and with access to everything as I did my albums, but I find that very overwhelming. So only pulling out a few stamp sets really gives me more time to focus on the layout, and not really then once towards the end I do look at more of the stamps and stuff to use. So hopefully that will make it easier to complete this album. I do go through my newer Kelly Purkey kit, Paper Person, and I think I only took out a few 3x4 cards and the puffy stickers. Other than that, I didn't really feel the colors coordinated with the hard candy collection, so kind of made it easy to figure out what I was going to use and what I wasn't going to use. So that did make it easier. This right here houses 3x4 and 6x8, 4x6 cards from mostly the December Daily collection. I think I only pulled out 2 items from this box, which was the Allie Edwards Kelly Purkey designed December Daily a few years back, and only because it had that pink that matched the collection. I think the bright colors of the collection made it a lot easier for me to go through. I kind of just flipped through these things. I was starting to get tired about halfway through going all the items. And again, the 12x12 paper, it made it so much easier just to flip through them, because none of these colors were going to work with the collection. But I did want to make sure there wasn't something out there that would have been perfect that I skipped over. So you do see me go through every piece of paper, and I don't have too many 12 by 12 papers than I thought I would, since I've been collecting for many years. And I did find a October afternoon vintagey Christmas kit in there. I didn't open it. I didn't go through it because I knew the colors, and it was just too vintagey for this collection. But I forgot I had it. I forgot I had a lot of stuff. In this box, there's a bunch of rub-ons, and some of them are pretty old. I don't even know if do rub-ons go bad. So hopefully those are still fine. I should use them at some point. But again, I threw away a couple of items from this iris kit or iris case. And I am coming up towards the end. So these bigger crates had a bunch of more, larger pieces of ephemera and stuff. So it kind of went a little faster. But after this video, I did put like items together because it was a little mismatched at this point. So, but I did take a few items out of these kits. I'm sorry, these containers. But it was nice to see. So the enamel pins or whatever, they were starting to yellow. So I kept them, but I should probably get rid of them. These cups, I don't know why I keep so many. I did take out the ones from this year. If I use them, good. If not, I'm going to toss them. I don't know what I would do with any of the other older ones. I won't make mini albums. And this is the last crate to go through. And I found some goodies. And I did throw, like I said, I did throw a few little things away. Probably not as many as I should, but it was a good exercise to go through them to remind myself what I have. But again, yeah, I did move a lot of this stuff. So like all these are my tags, and I found some other tags that I put into them. So that was fun. So thanks. Here's the next portion. Okay, if you fast forwarded the 7 minutes of me sorting through things, welcome back. So here is what I actually kept from that whole hour that it took me to go through everything. So let me show you. On the washi, I pulled these out. So these are the American Craft glitter tape. And these came in a pack, I know. This, I think, was separate. Just a lot of gold. Gold and glitter. Always fun. This one just says Merry Christmas. This is just, I think this was from Michaels. I don't know. I was surprised that the Hard Candy collection didn't have a washi tape in the collection. Simple Stories usually does, so I don't know if they're going away from that or if it was just this collection they didn't want to. Here is, again, I think this was all these were from Michaels, but it's just light bulbs, Christmas lights. And then this one was perfect because it says it's beginning to look a lot like cocktails. I don't know if you can see this very well. Hopefully you can. And I got that a few years at Michael's. And I think this came with it. It's just a bunch of cocktails, so that's perfect. And then just some gold So that is the washi tape I pulled out. And I did pull out these. This definitely will make it in. This, I'm not sure. It's silver, and I pulled out a lot of gold. So I'm not sure if that will make it in. I might have to go back and look for some gold ribbon. My ribbon is stored separately, but this is more Christmassy, so this may or may not make it into my album. Here are the stickers I chose. This is the paper person, some old Michael's Recollection, just a bunch of phrases. And again, this is gold, so yeah, I'm thinking that I'm not going to use the silver I pulled out. And then this also came with the collection, I believe, at the same time as the washi tape. I don't know if it has a date. I don't see a date. So this was a few years ago, but this is perfect. And then Freckled Fawn, just labels. I believe these colors are going to work with the line. As for the papers, I didn't pull out too many because the line itself, and I'll kind of go through those ones, have a lot of papers. I did pull out some just white cardstock, different, it was actually in my Christmas pile, so I had used them and then threw them in there. And then this is some sticker paper. So again, it was in my Christmas scraps, so I'm like, oh, well, I always need, plain white stickers and stuff. So that is those. And then this is from a Kelly Purkey from years ago. I don't know, but I love the champagne glasses and the pink works. I don't know, this was just in the scrap pile. Again, some gold. This is an old KI collection, but this pink was I'm like, I can use that, and also the green. So that was perfect. I pulled out this glitter green paper, and this can work for my Grinch layout. I pulled these out. I don't know if I'm going to use them because, like I said, I wanted to do the 12 bars of Christmas, and I don't know if it will go, and also it's an off-white, and the collection has the background of white, so I don't think I'm going to use this, but I did pull it out. And then this, I bought a pack, I think, through Amazon, like 25 pieces, so I don't mind getting rid of this, but I thought it would work perfect to just line the inside. Again, it's not white, so who knows, maybe I won't use it, but I want to just, I think I am just going to use that as the lining. And, so that is all the papers I pulled out. And here are I am surprised I didn't pull out as much as I thought I would, but it's good because I don't need too much to choose from, so I'm happy about that. And I just threw this in. I was packing up some Christmas items, and this was in one of the boxes, and I didn't feel like finding or putting it away, so I might use this tissue paper. We'll see if that works. Again, this came from the old Kelly Purkey set from years and years ago, so I think that will go really well in my album. This was the current Kelly Purkey Paper Person kit. This I think is cute, so I'm gonna try to find somewhere to put that. And I pulled out this bag. I had a whole, it came with a whole set of bags. And I thought he was so cute. But then as I was looking through, I also have these cards. So I believe I probably got these at Target. So I'm not sure which one I will use. It's the same Santa, but it depends on the background I want. I think this goes really well with the line. So we will see which one I choose, or maybe I'll use them both. Who knows? And then this right here is from the Grinch movie, or the book, probably the book. I don't know if they used it in the movie as well. And I thought it would go great with my Grinchmas, what was it, a Grinch Happy Meal? So that'll be that. And then these are, I had a bunch of these in my stash. It was cards I gave out years ago, but I love this background, and I thought these colors go really well. So I will probably use that. And for my stamps, and here, I'm going to just use this. I couldn't find any other, what are they called, sequins and stuff to put that I really want. So I'll have to go through my actual sequence box to put more in the layout I plan to use this on. So here are the stamps I pulled out. And I kind of showed, oops, sorry, that noise. I kind of showed you the roller stamps I'm going to use. So let me tell you what they are. So we had a Simple Stories, Happy Holidays, oh what fun, just a bunch of cute little things. This one, I want to say probably came from Target. And again, just It's a Wonderful Life, holiday party, family time. Be of good cheer. This one is the American Crafts from years and years ago. So it started in 2012 and it ended in 2023. So I won't be able to use the dates, but I can use the sentiments if I want. There's Bah Humbug, Holiday Cheer, and a lot of times they repeat themselves through. You can only say so many holiday things. And then this is from the Smash. Again, I won't be able to use the dates because it went from 2013 through 2024. But again, some of these, you got Cheers, Don't Open Until, Seriously Fruitcake, Baked On. This one is from Stampin' Up, and this one is a little bolder, you can see it more. So I like the little snowflakes there. And I don't know why Done has, oh, it also has numbers. Huh, I didn't realize that. So I could use, just the days and not necessarily, or I could put 25 on all of them. I don't know, we'll see. And then this is the Ashley G. I believe this was from Studio Calico. And you got Coco, Cozy. So this will be cute to use. So those are the roller stamps. And then here are the acrylic stamps. I decided not to use any of the wooden stamps. They were cute, but I probably won't use them. This, champagne. So I did go somewhere and we had champagne. I'm not a huge champagne fan, but we did have champagne, so this will go well with that. And this just says cheer. I thought it said cheers, but I don't know. Maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. But I did like that. This is, I believe, Kelly Perky. Yeah, clearly Kelly. And I pulled this out because I like the Making Spirits Bright. So, again, don't judge me, judge us. We go to a lot of places over and over again, and we've met bartenders in different cities. So we gave them cards, and the cards said Making Spirits Bright, which, you know, they make a spirit. So it was, so I thought that would be great. And then I pulled this one out because I have this Grinch saying, but because I found this other card, I don't know if I'm going to use the stamp or if I'm just going to use the card. This green is a little dark, so maybe I might use the stamp. So we'll see which one I use. But they're super cute. And then these next few are from Amy Tangerine. But cheers, definitely going to use that. And then this one, oh, what fun. Merry, and then you could put Merry Everything or Merry Christmas. So I really thought I could use these. So it's hard for me to use stamps because I always forget to use them, but I want to use them this time. This is a paper person from a few years ago. And again, I think, you know, these will be really good to use. I wonder if this was during COVID because it says canceled. I don't know. I don't remember when these came out. And then this is the current, or from last year, 2025, the paper person. So I got that. So yeah, I kind of went between a lot of Amy Tangerine and Kelly Perky on this one. So those were the stamps. Now, these are all the little, I mean, I have a ton of ephemera, and this is what I came out with using. I think this came from a Heidi Swapp. I don't know. I think this was an Ellie Edwards. These I had cut out with my Cricut and a long time ago. And I told myself if I don't use, whatever I don't use, I'm going to toss these because they're kind of, I don't know, old. I got this wood veneer or wood tree, little tag, a couple of tabs. I don't know if I'll use them, but I took them out. Let it snow. So we don't live in an area that it snows, but my friends and I showed you at the beginning of the video, we went to an outside mall and they had snow. So like the snow you get at Disneyland. So I thought it would be good. Again, another Making Spirits Bright champagne, and that was from the paper person this year. I just found this gold thing. So I'm like, if I use it, I use it. If not, I'm tossing it. And then I wasn't going to use it because the green didn't really go, but I had stamped, who is it, Cal? I think her name was Cal. She did a Studio Calico stamp set. And I hadn't purchased it, and I used my friend Josie's stamp set one year, and I just did all the sentiments and did a bunch of this. And I had cut them out, fussy cutted them out, and they were just sitting in my my stash. So I'm like, I saw this after I put these back in the pot or in the compartment, and then I saw the Grinch. I'm like, oh yeah. So I did pull them back out to use on my Grinch layout. And I do now own the stamp set. I ended up buying it later, and I almost pulled it out, but I'm like, I already have it stamped, and I don't think I was going to use any of the other items on the stamp set, so that is why I did not keep that one. And then, let's see, what else did I pull out? I pulled out one more item, and that is, sorry, this Heidi Swapp Mink number set. So they're all there, 1 through 12. So after I had pulled the piece of paper, and the paper that had the 12 Days of Christmas was from, what is her name? It says on the thing. Sorry, let me pull that back out. Oh, it does not say her name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I just watched her, Shamel. So this was from one of her Christmas line. And like I said, I pulled it out, but I wasn't sure. And then I found these in my stash. I'm like, oh, I can use this. I have the Mink machine. So I might use these if I do the whole 12 Bars of Christmas thing. So now let me go through the actual collection I'm using. So this is the Hard Candy Christmas. Let's see, I don't want to open everything. I think I have a haul on all of these, but there's a bunch of labels and stuff, so that will be very good to use. This is the page pieces, and so I love that tree. So I think I can use a lot of these. The Sweet Bits. Oh, these are going to be really hard to see. Hopefully you're in focus. But that's will be cute. Bits and Pieces. The enamel dots. I can always use enamel dots. And then I think I bought the whole collection. I think. Decorative brads, sorry. Those are cute. This is the Big Bits. So I love that. This is just paper that I probably can use. Chipboard stickers. This is cute. I did buy a hot chocolate that will go well with. Here are the puffy stickers. And the 6x8 paper pad. I love all these colors. I really, look at that, that is so adorable. I bought this because I remember going to my grandma's and she had all these ribbon candies. You could never eat them because they were all stuck together and too hard to, but it just reminds me of my grandma. So that is really, and I love the colors, but that is really why I bought this whole collection. The tag, so these are extra tags. I think I bought the extra tags. I don't think I took it out of here, but that's that. So I'll definitely use that. Here are the stickers. And like I said, I believe I did a haul on these already, so I'm not going to go through them again, but here are all the papers. just bright and cheery. So that's that. And then I was just going to show real quick, if you want to leave, but I was just going to show real quick things I have that are going to hopefully go into the album. So I did get the Grinch mail, and I opened it very carefully. I got the yellow socks that I probably will never wear, so I don't. This won't go into the album, but all of this stuff will. I did not shake my fries because I wanted the bag. And here's the Grinch salt, which is dill pickle, and I didn't want it. So I don't know if I'm going to open this and clean it out or just throw it in with the sauce in. And then the box. So I'll have to cut this apart and figure that out. Then of course we have these Starbucks cups. We realized we only went to Starbucks once this year. We have a local coffee shop that we usually go to. If we're out of town, we usually get Starbucks, but we don't go every day. But my husband has been making it a tradition to go and get the red cups for me, the free hard reusable cups. So we did that, and he got his caramel brulee, which is so delicious but super sweet. This I don't know if I'm going to use. We were in San Francisco and we went into one of the hotels and they have these for the kids, and I took it. We went to one of the bars, and these were on the glasses, so I got a bunch of friendship bracelets. This had candy in it, but I took the candy out, and I thought these were cute to use. This actually came on a sweater from Target, and I thought that was so cute. So I might use that. We went to a couple of Miracle bars, so these will be handy. We went to a tiki bar, and it wasn't Christmas related, but it was during the same time, so I might use these. I took off the ends because I put them in my pocket, so I'll see if I can figure out a way to use this, flatten it without breaking it. This I actually got a long time ago, but I thought I'd use it. We came home Christmas night, and I had taken off my sweater, and I realized I only had one earring left. So I don't know where during the night I lost it. They're very hard to come out, so I don't know if when I took off my sweater. Anyway, I thought I could use this charm as a charm, so that will be on this probably side of mine. This came on one of the drinks. It might be too thick to put in. Maybe I'll put it on the side. So we did go to Vegas for Christmas because our kids are older and they have their own lives and they don't live in the area. So I have a bunch of things from Vegas that will go in my album. And then I have some napkins. This is not Christmassy, but we went there. This was at one of the hotels. They did Blitzen bars. Instead of using Miracle Bar, they did a Blitzen bar throughout all of their hotels. Can't think of the name right now. This again is just from Vegas. At the airport, they had some holiday drinks, so I took the napkin. And this was not what I had. And this was another bar we went to in Vegas. And here are the cards that we gave our bartenders. Again, it says making spirits bright. So I don't know if these colors will go, so I may or may not use this in here now that I know I have other things, but we'll see. It is gold, so maybe. We got a bunch of stuff at Starbucks one day, so here is the bag. Maybe I'll use that. I bought a snowman ornament. I love snowman ornaments, so this is the place where I went. It's called The Holiday, and all they have is a bunch of ornaments and stuff. So I may use that. This was in San Francisco. We went to they have a ornament store. This is probably too big to put into the album, so I may not use it. And now that I'm thinking about it, I'm not going to use that at all. So on Instagram gets me, because not only did I find all these holiday bars, but I follow Pantalones Tequila, which is owned by Matthew McConaughey and his wife, Camila. I think that's her name. And they were advertising that a bunch of the bars had a signature drink called Santa Pants. So I had planned on going to one in Las Vegas, but then I noticed there was one in Scottsdale, and we went to Scottsdale before we went to Vegas. So I did go to that. The bar was not holiday themed, but it was a bar we've been to before, and we went during non-busy time. So I asked for the Santa Pants, and the guy had to look for the recipe. But he did have the little pants and the garnish and everything, so he got tipped well. So, and then I have this little snowman from one of the drinks. So I think that is it. So thank you if you got through this whole video. Thank you for watching, and I hope to be finished by December 26th. So once I get the whole album completed, I will post it in November of this year. So thank you for watching. Bye.